What's up, everybody? You got the original Lone Wolf coming at y'all real quick. I want to cover something real quick. This is going to be a short video because this video here is alluding to the show and tell video that I'm going to do. Recently, a brother hit me up about two different things that I want to touch on real quick. One is the authentication process of the birth certificate. And the other thing was about the TDA, right? Now, the TDA I'll cover in a second. The authentication process of the birth certificate is very simple. This video here is to tell you all that I'm going to do a show and tell on how to do the authentication process of the birth certificate. I'm gonna put it on here. I'm gonna show y'all how to do it step by step for free, just like how I did with the whole showing y'all how to send your shit through the post office, certified mail, prepaid, and all that. I'm gonna do the birth certificate the same way. I'm gonna show y'all step by step how it's done. All right. Now, the certain parameters and certain steps you may take as far as the state is concerned, it might be a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? Because certain things in terms of states, they vary from state to state. The process will be the same. The way they go about it will be a little bit different. For example, when you do a UCC number 11 in Illinois, and I know I'm talking about UCC 11 instead of authentication, I know that, but I'm just giving you an example of how certain states do things differently. In the state of Illinois, they let you do a UCC search for free on their website, right? Now, if you want to get a certified copy, then you got to go through the process of sending it to Springfield. Springfield is the only motherfuckers that do it, which is the capital of Illinois. But they'll let you search the website to see if you got any liens in your name for free, right? I tried to do it for my daughter, right? My daughter from Arkansas. I tried to see if they would let me look it up on the Arkansas Secretary of State website, and they wouldn't let me do it. But they'll let you they'll let you fill out the paperwork to get a certified copy of it. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I mean when I say certain states are different. Illinois will let you look it up. If you're in Illinois right now and you want to know if you got some sort of liens or something in your name, just go to Google and type in Illinois UCC 11 search. And they'll send you right to the page. You know what I'm saying? Whereas in states like Arkansas, they won't let you look it up online. You can do it. You can still do it. You can still get a copy and all this other stuff, but they won't let you look it up. All right? So real quick before I get up out of here, I'm going to show y'all a couple of things. Just hold on one second. Just give me 1 second because y'all know I like to show shit. I don't like to just talk about it. Because I've showed things like the UCC 11 or whatever. I've showed that in like my Zoom meetings. Oh, also too, another thing, guys. I had a death in the family. We was actually scheduled to do a Zoom meeting today, but I'm not going to be able to do it because I had an unexpected death in the family, and it's one of the young family members. You know what I'm saying? A little motherfucker that died way too young, left his little young children behind and everything. So I'm not going to be able to do the Zoom meeting today. I apologize because I should have hit certain people up individually that I had already been in the Zoom meetings and shit with me. I should have hit y'all up individually, but I literally forgot about it because this death just added more shit to what I'm already dealing with. I'm already dealing with shit. That's what caused me to halt the Zoom meetings to begin with. You dig what I'm saying? That's what caused that. I'm dealing with shit. Then, you know what I'm saying, with me dealing with shit and then trying to get back into where I came to people like, okay, look, we're going to start the Zoom meetings back on this day. And then I ain't able to do it because it's death in the family. Some shit that just happened, you know what I'm saying? That's just adding to this stupid shit that I'm dealing with. But anyway, here is my authenticated birth certificate. All right? So you all can see it. This is the first page you're looking at here is from the United States Department of State, the top copy. All right. This part right here is from the state of Illinois. Right now, when you do yours in your state, it may not look like this. You know what I'm saying? It may not look like this. That's another example of what I mean when I say that every state is different. Now, let me back up. The feds put this gold rivet through it. This is like some sort of metal punch or something that they put through it. It goes all the way through to the back. Now, this gold seal that you see right here, the state put that on when they authenticated it, because you got to do it on the state level first. But don't worry about all that. The next video y'all get from me is going to show you how to do it. So if you look right here, here's the other part of the gold seal. So when the state authenticated my birth certificate on the state level, they attached a gold seal to the actual birth certificate. Well, certificate of live birth, excuse me, which is what you see right here. This last page is the certificate of live birth, just so you can see. Certificate of live birth, my name is Tavares Tankersley. You know what I'm saying? So when I got the certificate of live birth, I went to the Secretary of State in Illinois. The one here is like 10 North State Street or some shit that you can go to, because not all of them is going to do it. Not all Secretary of States authenticate documents. But again, we'll get into that on the next video. But when I got the certificate of live birth from Vital Statistics, I went to the Secretary of State in Illinois. They did what they did. As y'all can see, my country says, the country I picked says Canada. If y'all can see that. See it right there? Now, Canada is no longer, Canada is now a part of The Hague. But we'll get into that. That's a whole nother thing. One of the reasons why I'm bringing that up is because the Sister Rebel put out a video the other day speaking about the authentication process because of some motherfuckers who, this girl who got her child taken from CPS. And y'all already know, especially people that's been down with me since my first channel, that happened to me. You know what I'm saying? I did that single father shit. You know what I'm saying? Like literally all the shit that women do, raising children by themselves or whatever, I did that for my son. You know what I'm saying? And in a relationship with a chick who, it wasn't her son. That wasn't her baby. You know what I'm saying? But I did that shit. You know what I'm saying? So the Sister Rebel had made a video talking about, you know, the authentication process and how one of the things you can do to halt that. Although you don't have to have your shit authenticated or your children's shit authenticated to halt that, I had to learn that on my journey. Like I say, I didn't took them to court. I filed my own court case against a judge and a state worker. I'm talking about my own case, my own court case. The judge that presided over my own court case, name was Judge Michael Otto, down at the Daily Center. That's why a lot of times I don't be trying to hit motherfuckers. Like if you ain't got no boots on the ground, you just get the fuck away from me. Because you ain't engaged in no type of warfare. You ain't engaged in no type of reconnaissance or nothing else. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of times I tell motherfuckers, get the fuck on out of here. I don't want to hear that shit. Who have you tried to sue? Who have you know what I'm saying? My claim is still valid for what they did to me with CPS. According to the way Judge Michael Otto wrote up the fucking order when he dismissed my shit. Because it was dismissed, but the way he wrote it up is still open for me to go back and re-pursue it. That's the reason why I be telling my father, I don't want to hear shit, man. If you ain't made no attempt to stand up to these motherfuckers, don't talk to me. All right? But this is the whole reason why I'm making this video, so you guys can understand the purpose of doing it. The purpose of you doing that, this last page right here, this very last page, I'm sorry, hold on, my bad. This very last page right here, God damn it, my bad. This very last page right here, which is the actual certificate of live birth. This shit is printed on bond paper. If you take a magnifying glass and look at this fucking paper with a magnifying glass, it'll have all kind of signature shit and different types of watermarks and prints on it, just like how you would do a check. Your Social Security check, a payroll check or whatever, it has the same markings on it. This is bond paper. This is a fucking bond. What you're doing by authenticating this process and following that last step that Minnesota Rule 220 tell you to follow is so you can take ownership. You're staking a claim in this. Or let's say this is your daughter's shit or your son's shit or whatever. You're staking a claim in it. In other words, you basically filing a lien against it. You're coming forward and saying you have said interest in it. And you have said interest in it above everybody else, or your interest or your claim is more superior than everybody else. This is also how you would get out of paying child support too. But again, I'm not trying to get into all that now. I'm just explaining to y'all why I'm doing this video and what you all should be expecting from the next video. Because the next video is going to be a show and tell. I'm actually show y'all the form you got to fill out. With your state now, you're going to have to do your own research. And the best way to do it, whatever state you in, you know the fucking capital of the state you in, right? Well, I hope you know the capital of the state you in. But whatever state you're in, my solution to you about directions for your state, call the state capital. Because whatever state you was born in, that's where you got to get your birth certificate from, and that's where it's got to be authenticated at. So if you somebody that was born in Nevada and you now living in Arizona and shit, Arizona can't do a fucking thing for you. Absolutely nothing. And that includes you getting a certificate of live birth, and it also includes you authenticating it on the state level. If you done left Nevada and you living in Texas now and shit, Texas can't help you. All right? So with that, you're going to have to call whatever state you were born in. Get your directions on how to authenticate your birth certificate on the state level from the capital of the state you was in, that you were born in. Call them, because everybody is a little bit different. I'm going to show you Illinois. You see what I'm saying? Just to kind of give you an idea. I'm going to show you Illinois. Right? But you're going to have to call whatever state you were born in to get the directions, the actual directions, because every state is different. Now, as far as on the feds, once you get it authenticated on the state level, the next and final level is going to be to get it authenticated on the fed level. Now, the fed level process is for everybody. It don't matter if you was born in Wyoming or North Dakota. It's going to be for everybody. But every state is a little bit different. Like, for example, another difference would be how much they're going to charge you for the authentication process. They charged me $2 in Illinois. $2 and 15 minutes. That's what it cost to me. Okay? It cost me $2 and 15 minutes of my time, and I was out the door. You may hit me back up down the road and say, well, Lone Wolf, nah, man, this is, they charge them niggas charge me $7. It's like, well, bro, that's one of the differences. You see what I'm saying? So be on the lookout for the next video. It shouldn't take me that long to put it together. I'll go into more details about authenticating the birth certificate. We'll go over Minnesota Rule 220 again, because I did it in another video the other day. So just be on the lookout for that. I'm not doing it now because, as y'all can see, y'all can see my face and all this other shit. Whereas with the authentication process, I want to show y'all this. I want you to be able to see it. There's some shit you ain't going to be able to drive and watch. You're going to have to sit down and shit and watch this, because I'm going to be literally showing you something. But with this video, I just wanted to let you know that mine has already been authenticated. Okay? It's already been authenticated on the state and the federal level. On the state level, it says right here that it's a certificate. As I was telling the other brother the other day when me and him spoke, certificate and authentication is synonymous. We'll get into that. It's the same thing. So if in case yours don't say the actual words authenticate or authentication, it may say certificate, but it's the same thing. Because you can do it wrong. You can fuck it up. Like the first time I did it, I got an apostille, which is what you don't want, right? But you'll know if you fucked up or not, because it's going to have apostille wrote all over it. Just take it from a nigga who made the mistake. That's how come I can tell you. It's going to tell you it's an apostille. But anyway, this is Original Lone Wolf, man. Let me get up out of here. I'm going to put together this other little video. And one last thing before I get out of here, I want to show y'all something else. My bad. I got a lot of shit. Before I get up out of here, here's a copy of my UCC number 11. All right. When I filled out the application, which is this form right here, this is the UCC number 11 form. I think it looked pretty much the same no matter what state you in, but just check to make sure. Google UCC 11 form in whatever state you in. All right, but here's the UCC form that I filled out for them. Okay, right here, as you can see, they stamped it up at the top and everything. That's not even my marking. That's stamped. This is what they sent me in return. And again, it may look different in Minnesota. It could look a little bit different. All right, but y'all know the purpose of the UCC 11 is to see if anybody got any interest in any said property that you may have. It could be a trailer. It could be an RV. It could be a motorcycle, right? Furniture. It could be any fucking thing, right? That's what this is for. The first thing they sent me was this top piece of paper here coming from the Secretary of State, who is Alexis Junialis. Whatever, how the fuck you say this dude's name. Alexis Junialis, right? That was the first thing. It say, regarding Tavares Maurice Tankersley, it say, dear sir or madam, enclosed please find the certificates requested concerning the above referenced uniform commercial codes. It say the certificates was/were assigned authentication number 230-340-2791. The required fee is hereby acknowledged. Because they charged me, what the fuck did they charge? It was like, damn, I forgot what they charged me. What the fuck did they charge? I think it was $20, $10, $20, some shit like that. But anyway, so the next form says, the next page said this. This is the very next page. This is all in the envelope that they sent me. This is the second page. It says docket number, and then it's got error reference number, and it's actually got a number. And it says reason, and it say the reason is no debtor sound decks the same as the above name, which is Tavares Maurice Tankersley. So this is the last page they sent me. This is the actual certificate right here. It says, to all to whom this present shall come, greeting, I, Alexis Junialis, Secretary of the State of Illinois, do hereby certify that I am the keeper of records of the Department of Business Service. Because keep in mind, when you get into contracts and shit with a motherfucker, all of that shit go to the secretary or whatever state you entered into the contract in. I don't give a fuck what it is. If you bought a piece of bubble gum and you entered into a contract with a motherfucker, I don't give a fuck what state you in. All of that shit is supposed to be recorded at the Secretary of State. They're supposed to have a record of that. It's I certify that the examination of records of this office does not disclose any uniform commercial code records on file for Tavares Maurice Tankersley. That means anything I ever had in the past, if they ever repoed anything, if they ever foreclosed on anything, if they ever took back something from me after I entered into an alleged contract, and that would include credit cards, student loans, you owing banks money because of bogus ass overdraft fees and, just whatever, man, it's supposed to be on here. Because that's what gives them the right to repossess, to foreclose, to take back what you initially acquired, excuse me. That's what gives them the right to do it. And if you get some shit back with this kind of verbiage, that means these niggas bogus. All right? Now, I done spent a little longer than what I wanted to. This is about 8 minutes longer. But I want to show y'all that. So let me put this video together, man. And I'll get back on here. Like I said, the next video y'all get is going to be a screen share. So make sure y'all, if you can't watch it at the time or whatever, y'all know how to do. Just come back to it. All right? Much love.